Hello everyone, myself Prajwal, a student of SKSJT College, 3rd SEM CS branch. Now I am telling about the powers and functions of the Supreme Court. Let's see the tables of contents. See the tables of contents. What are the tables of contents? History, introduction, functions and powers. Let's see the introduction. The Supreme Court of India is established in October 1, 1937 as Federal Court of India. 28 January 1950, the Supreme Court of India is established. It is present in Tilakmarg, New Delhi. It is the Supreme Judicial Authority of India. It is the highest court of the Republic of India under the Constitution. It is the most senior constitutional court as the final decision of all matters except for personal countries. The Chief Justice of India is the head and Chief Justice of Supreme Court, which consists of maximum 34 judges. Next, we can see the emblem of the Supreme Court of our India. This emblem on the fort of the Supreme Court. Next, we can see the history of the Supreme Court. As the Supreme Court established at the 28th January 1950, it is replaced for both Federal Court of India and the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, which then as the apex of the Indian court system. The first proceeding and the inauguration, however, took place at 28th January 1950 at 19:45 am. The emblem of the Supreme Court represents the lion capital of Ashok at Sarnath with the topmost wheel featuring of 32 spokes. Next, Supreme Court. Let's see the powers. The first one is original jurisdiction. When three occurs a dispute between the state and the central government or between two or more central government, then the Supreme Court as per the Article 141 works as the original jurisdiction. The second one is the appellate jurisdiction. The Supreme Court of India has the appellate jurisdiction in matters related to civil, criminal and constitutional as per the Article 132, 133 and 134. Also, the Supreme Court of India can issue special leave as per the Article 136, which is being an tribunal courts of India. These are the two. Let's see the another two powers of the Supreme Court. The third one is advisory jurisdiction. The Supreme Court of India can advise the President of India on subject related to the questions of law and matters. The President can also seek the advice related to the Article 131 of the Constitution from the top court of India. Fourth one is review jurisdiction. The Supreme Court of India has the right to review any law that has been passed by the jurisdiction as per the Article 131 of the Constitution. Let's see the functions of the Supreme Court. The main functions are composition, jurisdiction, exercise of jurisdiction, judicial administration, the Council of Supreme Court Justice, power of execution, rules and regulation, right to present an opinion, judicial research team. Let's see some other function. It takes up appeal against the verdicts of the High Court and other courts and tribunals. It settles disputes between the various government and authorities, between the state and government, and between the central and the state government. It also hears matters between the president refers to it in an advisory role. The SC can also take pet cases as its own. The law of SC declares is binding on all the courts in India and the unions as well as the state governments. These are some of the functions of the Supreme Court and the powers. Okay, thank you everyone.